It's unreal.
Stellar.
Yeah. And we're just sitting on the beach drinking the coffee, and then all we see is these kids running off, take off their wetsuits, throw their surfboard to their parents, put on their school uniform, and hop on the school bus.
That's amazing.
They had like 3 hours of morning with like their mom and dad. That's like class. Never get that.
How early would that have been?
Like, it would have been like 5 a.m. You're there surfing.
Okay.
School bus gets you at like 8.
And they're doing that just because it's so much fun, and they can.
Well, and the sun's coming up.
Oh my goodness.
Why not?
I guess you just work that into your schedule.
Yeah. Even if you want to do 30 minutes, you go 6:30.
That's
crazy. Plenty of people go to the gym for that.
Wow, no kidding.
Just go to the beach and surf.
Okay. You're doing pretty well at getting me.
And like Brisbane, like Byron Bay is more of like a beachside, like kind of holiday hometown. It would be the kind of like the Kelowna comparison to Calgary.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's more holiday home, and then Noosa's like just up further past Brisbane, and that's like more of like another more mature kind of holiday town.
Gotcha.
And then Brisbane's this like downtown city that's like in between the two of them.
Sure enough, yeah.
And even Brisbane, it has the canal that goes right through the city.
Okay.
Or the estuary, I should say. And they have their public transport goes across it on boats.
Yeah.
So you hop on that way. There's like this boardwalk follows the river for miles and miles. Like you couldn't walk it in a day. And there's restaurants, bars, shops, everything all around it, just on the riverside or the estuary side.
Yeah.
It was really enjoyable. I was really impressed by it.
So, I've often had Australia compared with New Zealand. New Zealand is known as a place that doesn't have any critters or snakes or things like that in a comparison to Australia. And so most people would say they offer New Zealand, which I've also heard has a beautiful landscape.
Yeah, which I've never been.
You've never been there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm sure it'd be amazing. But I've heard the climate's more like Ireland in New Zealand.
New Zealand, gotcha. Which is not
because it's all islands right in the middle of the ocean.
Right. Okay. And Ireland's typical forecast is wet?
Overcast with rain.
Okay, so kind of like Vancouver.
Yes. Yeah, it'd be a lot like Vancouver. Yeah.
Okay.
Just colder.
Gotcha. Oh, colder. Okay. I've got an online platform. I've got quite a following from Ireland.
Yeah.
They're like, would you consider coming here? I'm like, yeah, I'll come for a visit. They're like, would you move here? I said, I'd have to check it out first.
Yeah. Ireland says it's great to visit.
Yes.
Difficult to live.
Okay. Why did you guys choose Canada and of all places Calgary?
Well, we first moved to Toronto. So we lived in Toronto for 4 years.
Okay.
My girlfriend at the time, now wife, she was going fashion design in Ryerson out there.
Okay.
So I finished my degree back home.
Yeah.
And then I followed afterwards.
Okay.
So then we lived in Toronto for a bit, and then started working with Good Life Fitness.
Okay.
As a trainer there, and then worked my way up, and then they gave me a promotion to become the divisional manager out in Calgary, and now Calgary, BC.
Oh wow!
So they moved us out to Calgary, and it was a godsend because we were thinking moving back home because we were just sick of Toronto after 4 years.
And what were you sick about Toronto? Like what?
Too hustle and bustle. Like the romance had died.
Yes.
Like we were now ready to have more of like an outdoor, and more low key. Like you don't be on bars 2 times a week.
For sure,
But being able to like get a dog, car, go to beautiful mountains.
Calgary has all of this, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing here.
So we moved out here, and almost 7 years now. I think 6.5 years we've been in Calgary.
Okay.
And it's been incredible.
And it's the kind that you don't necessarily think you'll satiate, I guess. Like I hear people who go to the mountains like as often as they can for their trips, and still they're like, I haven't explored all of it yet. It's amazing.
We're not so much that like kind of junkies into it.
Gotcha.
Let's say we're more passive. Like we have like our we like getting spots.
Sure.
And then like branching out from those spots. Then we haven't done any like backcountry camping or anything like that, hiking out to spots.
Okay.
We've done like Crownland camping where you can drive your car and sleep out in the woods, those kind of things.
Yeah.
So we call it like novice outdoorsy. We'll call it.
I got myself this past year, last because it's
Yeah.
like last time I was here, I didn't make it out there as often as I wanted. So this year I'm gonna make it more often, and I'll book it in by like actually getting a pass.
It holds you accountable. Like,
Yes, it
we do it
does.
every year. It's
I
like,
know.
okay, I need to go at least
Yes.
15 times to
Yeah.
make this work.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, bang, do it. And then you end up going like 20 times.
The only thing is COVID happened this year.
They extended it, right?
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
They extended this?
I think they've got like
Oh,
for
brilliant.
when you couldn't go, you can just look on the website. But
I
I'm pretty sure they extended. Yeah.
Oh, that would be brilliant. Well, you might have made my day today.
There you go.
Because even now I'm like, I'm still trying to get it out there, you know. And, I had such high aspirations, but
even if it doesn't, like you always like Kananaskis is not
I've heard it's pretty awesome there too.
not like a bad place at all.
No.
Like even we did the Barrier Lake hike
Yeah.
the other day.
Okay.
It's like 25 degrees. It was miserable.
Oh, okay.
Like I
Miserable
was
is in
planning
heights.
for a hike.
Yeah.
It was 4.5 hours
Okay.
uphill to the top of the cliff. You got there, the view was majestic.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. And
Yeah.
that kind of made it worth it.
Yeah, yeah.
But the best part was that you get down to the bottom of the lake and it's like a beach, a sandy beach
Yeah.
by this beautiful blue water.
Okay.
And it was a busy time, but
Yeah.
you're not overcrowded. Like you've still got
Space.
like 100 meters between the next people on either side of you.
It's
And you just cool off after the hike, look at the mountain you just conquered, and just dive and swim in this gorgeous glacier water. And you don't need a pass or anything for that.
That's ideal.
Unreal.
That's Berry Lake.
Barrier Lake.
Barrier Lake.
Yeah. It's a challenging hike. But I also had a few the night before, so that made it a bit more challenging.
It makes me think of the way that they figure out how did you say it? So to get your hangover dealt with in Australia, you go for surfing, and then
Yeah.
that takes care of it. And this one here seems like
You
another
gotta go for a hike. It is. But you're way more tired after that than a surf. A surf, at least you can do something for the rest of the day. The
Sure.
hike, you're committed.
You're
It's like, I'm hiking and no one talked to me after 4 o'clock.
Got it.
Don't get mad if I'm not responding to any of your messages. Like I'm done. That was enough life for today.
That's brilliant. Just the raw facts here.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not personal. Don't take it personal.
No, it's not. This is a purely selfish act.
That's great. Oh, I love it.
And this is why I need to give.
Got it. There's in the fine print, honey.
Exactly.
That's brilliant. So needless to say, you don't miss Ireland.
No, like I miss friends and
Of course.
like my
Memories.
family and that, but
Sure. You've never looked
never
back.
thought of moving back since
Okay.
we've been in Calgary.
Okay. Is Calgary your settle down spot?
Well, we have a mortgage and everything now, so
Yeah,
we're kind of
kinda
committed.
committed.
But I think so. Like either we retire in Costa Rica
Yeah.
or we retire out in the mountains somewhere.
Yeah.
Just depends whether we want a sunshine hot retirement or a 4-season retirement.
Yeah, one has water and one peaks.
Yeah, it's like if you can do one where it's like golf, ski, swim, hike, snowboard.
I mean,
or if you just want to golf and swim, then go somewhere down south.
and if the cost of living down south became more affordable, that might be, or sorry, not down south, but in the lower mainland, like Vancouver, the island per se, right?
Yeah, like in Victoria. Yeah. Victoria would be, that would be.
It's so inaccessible at the moment, it seems.
It's difficult to get to, like, even like if they're, because I have a friend that lives there, so I thankfully get to see every month now
Every month?
for free.
Oh, man.
So it's great.
That's because of work.
Yeah, for work. Yeah.
So what was it about your skill set that they offered you the position of not only manager but also regional manager for BC and Alberta? How did you distinguish yourself amongst all the other fitness guys as
Oh
well?
man, I'm going for an interview now, huh? I think think one of like my strengths is that I'm good at building relationships with people.
Yeah.
And that I am like blunt and transparent, but
Gotcha.
you're never offended by it.
I see.
I just have a really good way of delivering that message based on
Disarming.
the person that's in front of me. Yeah.
You're disarming. Okay. Very cool.
So I think that
was a big factor that helped.
I think so.
Cool.
I think it gave me a leg up, like
Yeah.
where that was just natural.
Yeah.
Still a lot of skills that I need to learn and continuously improve on.
Sure.
But I think that was like the core that's been built around.
Now, I've talked to teachers before who have given up what they really enjoy, and that's the teaching, to step into administrative positions. And it sounds like they almost did it sacrificially, because they're like, I love teaching, but I want to see changes happening so that other teachers can have a better experience. And so they give up their own desire for teaching so that they can get into administration and then, change the system. In your sense or experience, is there a similar dynamic or not at all, where the roles that you're taking on now are taking away from once you loved before, or you're loving also what you're doing now?
I think I'd say that's subjective.
Okay.
Like for me, no, because I get I can still train people.
Yeah.
I can still I now get to train trainers.
Yeah.
Like the purpose of a personal trainer is to coach your client and get them to be able to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Right? You're not getting them to be needy.
Sure.
You want to make them self-sufficient so they can go and pass it forward.
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's like I get to do the same thing with the personal trainers and the fitness managers. I get to coach and develop. Like if they're going to be better at doing that, then they're going to be better